Good evening. Raw 2008. I'm going to work backwards through the date. February 25 February. Raw. Review Raw. All right.
After we really
The show began. You know, it's live TV.
We'll get our dates right. When did they say?
The show started with a photo opportunity. William Regal said everybody wanted a picture of the three competitors in the main event: Triple H, Randy Orton, and John Cena. And so,
Not how he said it.
sounded like that to me.
So anyway, we have the photo up.
Randy Orton's the only one not wearing pants, which was disturbing to
It
me.
was a little disturbing. Didn't say much for 100. Anyway, we'll go ahead and skip past that. Right to the next big thing. The next big thing I wanted to talk about, me personally, was Kennedy commented to Orton how Kennedy was going to win the Money in the Bank match and cash it in later that night.
Yes.
Now, I've already stated that I don't think Kennedy is going to win. I think Jeff is going to win, but this does, open
The possibility.
the possibility of someone doing that, just to throw it out there. So, the first official match we have of the night was Santino and Carlito versus Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. That's my boy. Oh,
Boy, Cody Rhodes.
boy. Okay.
So anyway, Hardcore Holly gets the victory for Holly and Cody Rhodes.
But the
The
important
thing was that the King was distracting Maria the whole time. Hey, Maria!
He takes off his crown and he throws it at her, which is a great trick. I'm going to buy myself a crown and I'm going to throw it at attractive ladies.
Shocked if it doesn't work.
Yeah, it worked for the king.
So, Hardcore Holly got their victory. So then, we find out that Jericho wants to qualify for the Money in the Bank match, but Regal tells him in order to qualify, he has to beat Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
And this, to me, was the best match of the night. It was a very good match, very, back and forth match. I thought Jericho would win it, but there were a few instances where I thought maybe he won't.
Hardy really showed...
But my guess is that what they wanted to do was they wanted Hardy to go out there and say, okay, lose, but don't look weak. Which is,
Which
he
he did very well.
He did very well. So Jericho qualified for the Money in the Bank match. Don't think he'll win it, though. But that's just my opinion.
Now, my highlight of the night.
Mr. McMahon comes out to apologize for his behavior, for his little son, Hornswoggle.
And then he apologizes for letting JBL whoop up on him.
And then out comes
JBL comes out and says,
I wish I would have done this a long
He
time ago.
plants the seed of doubt that Hornswoggle may not actually be Mr. McMahon's son.
Finley's the actual father of Hornswoggle, which means, by setting this whole thing up, Finley
This storyline is going to end finally?
Maybe. But Finley then is after the money of McMahon. So he set this whole thing up just to try to get money for Hornswoggle. So this might be the big match. This is what McMahon's going for.
Role. It's going to involve something.
WrestleMania.
JBL between JBL and Finley.
Oh.
Or
I would have said
McMahon and Finley. It could be.
Right.
So then the next match we had was Umaga versus D.H. Smith.
Which is...
D.H. Smith basically played the role that Shannon Moore
This
played
is
last
the
week.
mirror image of the Big Daddy v. Shannon Moore match.
Which leads me to believe that they're going to have Umaga facing Big Daddy V at WrestleMania. That's what I'm leaning towards. The only other strong possibility would be Batista. But I don't really know what they're going to do with Batista yet, so I'm going to lean towards Big Daddy V.
Which I wouldn't care to see.
And, we saw some more of Paul Butcher and Kitty Lee.
They were with Regal, having a tea together in the most girly tea set possible. But
They're English.
hey, now see, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to offend our English friends.
Sorry.
No. But it looked like this time Paul is trying to
He's using Katie.
use. I was about to say whore out, but that would be inappropriate. He's basically says, if you will help me out, you can have my sister will come visit you. Wink, wink.
Wink, 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 wink. No,
So,
don't say no
say no
more.
more.
Say no more. So I'm guessing, this is a guess on my part. I'm guessing that they dropped the whole incest thing. We didn't see much of it last week. We really didn't see any of it this week. We saw just, Paul using Katie as an object.
Right.
And she's a nice object.
Fine looking object. So we think that's where that's going, at least for now, anyway.
So then,
Cade Lance
versus
Cade.
Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Shawn Michaels got the victory. Ric Flair comes out and says that he wants to face Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels reluctantly agrees.
Because he says, I don't want to beat you.
He doesn't want to beat him. So we're going to get to see Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Yes, the card is falling into place very well.
Falling in place very well.
And this will most likely be the end of Ric Flair's career.
Mm-hmm.
But against a friendly opponent, which is what I said. I don't know where all I've said it, but that's been my belief all along. That
It's
going
not
to be
a shock
someone
to
who's...
me either. It's a good way for him to go out. And then the other thing that they announced was the Bunnies
Yeah.
match. This
So
I
Candice
don't
Michelle
understand. Was
Mania?
that we didn't even see Candice Michelle tonight? I figured since Candice Michelle was back, they'd have her facing Beth Phoenix for the Women's Championship. Evidently, they're going to hold off on that.
But you would think that since Matt Hardy is well, they'd have him facing MVP for the championship.
Exactly.
I think they're dropping things.
They're dropping the ball. Something's not adding up. So anyway, the main event was Kennedy, which I'll talk about that in a minute. Kennedy and Orton versus Cena and Triple H. I'm assuming the only reason Kennedy was thrown into this match was because they needed someone for Orton to tag.
Someone heelish and
tag with.
bigger.
I'm hoping they're not giving Kennedy a push over Jeff. I don't think they are, but I wouldn't put it past them. So Cena gets the win. After the match, Cena and Triple H are kind of in each other's faces. I was gonna use something to demonstrate, but I can't find it, so I'll have to wait. So then
Kennedy comes in and Mike checks Cena.
Mike checks. That's the name of the move.
Yeah, I know now. It's Mike check. Not mine shaft. Not Mike shaft. I'm learning these things slowly. A lot of it runs together for me.
Yeah, and the other big thing that I wanted to mention was Big Show is going to fight Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania. That is set, and Shaquille O'Neal actually had something to say about that. Shaq was like, "Yeah, man, I'm excited about this match. I can't believe it, man. It's gonna be a great match. Can you dig it?" That's my Shaq impression.
Wonderful. I'm floored.
I don't really get this match. Floyd Mayweather versus the Big Show.
I mean, it's obviously trying to bring in sports fans who aren't wrestling
Yeah,
fans.
but you'd think they could find someone better for Floyd Mayweather to fight, because it's really...
You're right.
God. I mean...
Unless they were...
Floyd Mayweather will probably win, but him winning just is not believable.
True.
I mean, let's face it. Yes, he's a great boxer, but... Come on. You can't punch someone like this. It don't work that way.
They might have been hoping for a Ray that maybe he and Rey Mysterio would
I think
somehow turn on each
I think
other.
the original plan was for Ray to be involved in From what I heard, the original plan was MVP and Floyd Mayweather to be facing Rey Mysterio and Oscar De La Hoya.
Right, but they couldn't get
De La Hoya, and Rey Mysterio is now injured. So, but the card is developing nicely. I mean, there's already
We counted 7, right?
7. 6 official matches, and the 7th was the Umaga thing.
Yeah.
So it's developing rather quickly. So as we said earlier, we'll probably split our predictions up so that we have a night. So we can
discuss
plenty of time to discuss all the matches.
And then we'll.
So I guess that's it. All in all, it was a good show. As I said, the Hardy Jericho match was the highlight of the show for me.
McMahon JBL.
You just love McMahon, is what it is.
I'm amused by both of them.
He's not going to give you any money.
Oh.
So that was it. It was a good show. And I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
WrestleMania's a month away. Yay for WrestleMania. So, we'll see you everybody. Peace.